Hello, Speedcraftians, and welcome back to another Back to the Future episode line. So, let's don't waste more time. Just hop back in to a little game. So, in and go. So, little waiting screen. I hope it doesn't take too long. Oh, there we are. So, we can move around again. So, where did we left off? It was
H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A might well be equal to A's expectation value, but only if the coefficient of friction remains constant and the gravitational constant is variable. Wait, is that even possible? Oh, let's start.
Everything's going
Force
to be
equals
like
mass times acceleration.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Crockett.
Oh yeah, we had two
And,
options
about
left.
your-
Say it.
We don't
It's back to
get
H.
further with. So let's see if we can find a new place where something happens. Let's see.
I better not go back in there. They're angry, and they've got scissors.
Yeah. Alright, so speak easy.
I wonder who really burned down the speakeasy.
Right, alright, let's see if Doc can help us. Maybe he has a new idea. What to do? Doc!
Psst, Doc!
Marty, have you found my younger self yet?
Well, I met your younger
Well,
self.
I met your younger self,
Great.
and I gotta say, you're kind of uptight.
What?
You won't even talk to me.
I find that hard to believe. Tell me what happened.
Emmett says she's not a scientist. Your younger self is muted a lot. I think we'll go with the first one.
I tried asking him about your rocket drill, but he says he's not a scientist.
What? What? Oh, Father.
What's he got to do with this?
In 1931, I was still deathly afraid of my father discovering the truth about my scientific predilections. So I carefully kept them under wraps, practicing science at odd hours, away from his prying eyes.
That sucks.
It sucked a lot. Fortunately, I eventually stood up to him. But right now, my younger self probably thinks you've been sent by my father to check up on me.
How can I get Teen Doc to trust me? Younger selves, that
What
one.
do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure.
That
Why
one.
does your younger self mutter all the time?
Muttering? Why would I be muttering? I never mutter unless... The Hill Valley Expo!
The Expo?
Yes, the Expo! How could I have forgotten? In a few months, the younger me will put on a demonstration at the Hill, including a number of noted inventors who shaped my career.
So it was a big success?
No, it was a miserable failure, but it was a spectacularly miserable failure, one which marked my transition from an amateur garage scientist into a professional seeker of truth.
Wow. How can I get Teen Doc? Why is Expo making you mutter?
What does this Expo have to do with you muttering all the time?
When I was younger, I used to relieve stress by working on complex mathematical conundrums. No doubt my younger self is working on some impossible problem in an attempt to work off cerebral steam in the weeks before the exposition. What was I muttering about?
I don't know, H to the something with an inverse of something else. I'm not so good at equations.
That's too bad. I bet if we could solve my younger self's problem, he'd be more inclined to listen to you.
I can't figure out where's you? Let's see what that
You know,
does.
your younger self seems really dedicated to the law.
It's a facade, I assure you. I had to keep up appearances to appease my father.
Alright, so let's try
Let's
to
talk
figure
about your
out.
younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget we're on a bit of a deadline here.
Let's try to figure out what the younger self is mumbling about. So you go here.
H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A might well be equal to A's expectation.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Crockett.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that he'll...
Had that
The
one
only
already. Oh, no.
Damn it.
Well, that works to get out of him.
A one-dimensional harmonic oscillator, then.
So let's see if we cannot figure it out by just clicking that thing on the board. Why don't you just can walk over the street? Hey, Doc!
Doc!
Marty, how goes the escape plan?
Found your
I
notebook.
know this really isn't the right time or place, but I found your notebook.
Ah, so that's where I left it. Why'd you bring it here?
Because the bank's selling off all your stuff.
They can't do that.
That's what I keep trying to tell him.
Well, you hold on to it for safekeeping. We'll deal with my financial situation in 1986 after we saved me from a grisly death in 1931.
Alright, I can.
I'm still not making any headway with your younger self, Doc.
Really?
I cannot figure out.
I still can't figure out what your younger self is muttering about.
Blast. If only I could hear him myself.
It gives me an idea.
Let's talk about your younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget we're on a bit of a deadline here.
Deadline. Now I'll walk and run. So we had the tape recorder from the little tape thing.
Wait, is that even possible?
Let me see if we can use
H
that.
stand for one.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Crockett.
So maybe we need to do it
about
from a
your-
little distance. Let's try this. Tape recorder. Use.
Here. Oh, well, no. I'm gonna be the inverse.
Can we not use it on him?
No, no. Not possible. No.
He's eventually coming out, so. Oh, I can walk around with this thing. Nice.
Now, if H stands for a one-dimensional harmonic oscillator, then naturally H to A.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Crockett.
Why does he keep running
And,
into
about
me?
your-
Don't say it. H is stand for the Hermitian line operator. Well, in that case, H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A might well be. Don't think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied
works.
by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. Oh.
Wow.
Equals mass times acceleration, of course. That's
Of course.
how many
Bye.
newtons required to maintain a constant mass if acceleration is reduced by the inverse.
You're talking nuts now. Let's go to Doc. And give him the tape recorder. Let's see. Use.
So, Doc, does this ring a bell?
Don't think, Emmett.
Good grief.
Damn
Is
it.
that me? I sound...
Young?
I was going to say intense. I forgot how wound up I used to get.
Yeah, but what are you muttering about?
Oh, that's easy. It's Ivanov's conundrum. Just tell my younger self that H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
Won't giving him the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing more than a holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a vast two-dimensional membrane.
So...
It'll be fine.
Alright, so let's give him the answer then. Maybe that will work out. Go here. Around the corner because we cannot... Oh. We can do... Emmett, come here.
One-dimensional harmonic oscillator, then naturally H2A.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Crockett.
I don't care. That one.
Maybe H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
I said maybe H equals the...
Hamiltonian operator?
Yeah!
Great Scott! If H is a Hamiltonian, then H to the A multiplied by the inverse of H can only be the same as the expectation value for A. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
Wow.
I'm sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket-powered drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
I'm from Planet Vulcan. I'm from the future. I'm from the future.
Well, it's like this.
You know about my rocket power drill? Then there can only be one
Aw.
explanation.
What?
You're from the patent office. I
No.
confess I didn't quite know what to expect when I sent the paperwork, but I never expected this. Welcome! I'm at your service. What can I do for you?
I need your rocket drill. I really need your rocket drill. I really need your rocket drill. Let's go for that
Can I
one.
see your rocket-powered drill?
Of course, of course. Naturally, it's just a scale model, but it's nearly operational. I can show it to you, say, first thing in the morning.
I need it tonight. I need a full-size model. I need a fully operational model. I need it tonight.
Nah, that's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational. Tonight.
Wow.
Otherwise, we'll have...
It can't be done. I mean, it might be possible to construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
I'll get it for you. What is it?
190 proof grain alcohol. And you know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
And besides, there's no way I can get off work until I've delivered the subpoena. Part of the investigation into the business affairs of Kid Tannen. Is it vitally important you see that rocket-powered drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
Listen, I'll help you deliver it, and I'll see to it you get the alcohol you need. It'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
Yay.
I've got to subpoena my grandpa?
It looks like it.
Shh! It's Kid Tannen.
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen yelling at Arthur McFly.
I'm not surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's go talk to him.
No!
Why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
Alright. Just ignored the... Oh! You weren't there.
Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Crockett. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say.
What's the scoop?
What's the scoop?
I've heard rumors that something shady is going on at the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen. It's under new management, you know. And oh, we mustn't jump to any conclusions. Not till the facts are in. I hope to heaven it is just a rumor. That soup kitchen is the front line in the good fight. If it goes bad, what will happen to the Stay Sober Society? Not to mention all the charitable institutions that depend on me for soup deliveries.
You make soup deliveries?
You make hot soup deliveries?
It's one of my... I pick up barrels of hot soup at the kitchen, and I deliver them hither and thither. Hill Valley Orphanage, the St. Francis Xavier Ranch for Unwanted Children, Foggy Mountain Home for the Incurably Insane, Shady Acres Rest Home. Oh, I can barely keep track of them all. It's a very big job.
What's the Stay Sober Society?
What's the Stay Sober Society?
You haven't heard of the SSS? They do the most marvelous work, taking hopeless drunken bums and turning them into former hopeless drunken bums. I'm one of the founding members. And not to say that I was ever, well, you know. Anyway, we've always met in the cellar of the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen, but for some reason the new managers don't want us down there, so we're stuck. We've got nowhere to meet.
I'm sorry about Einstein.
I'm sorry about the
for
way Einstein
shoe.
lit into you back there. I don't know what got into him.
Well, I hope you've learned to keep him under control.
Yeah, I found someone to keep him distracted.
Very good. Now let's see if you know your multiplication tables.
What about the other story?
Did you finish the story you interviewed me for? About Carl Sagan?
Yes, but those pig-headed editors at the paper rejected it. They said my story was slanted, and that I was glorifying a suspected arsonist. As if their stories aren't always glorifying the criminal vermin that run this town. This whole thing makes me so mad I could spit. Though of course I never would. There's an ordinance against it, and it's so untidy.
Can I help deliver soup? That's a good idea.
Hey, I can help you deliver soup. I donate a lot of time to charities.
Oh? Which ones?
The, Mario Brothers.
Ah, yes. The Italians do so many good works.
If you'll just fix it so I can pick up the barrels of soup.
Now hold your horses, let's not get over-eager. I drive the soup cycle in this town, and I'm not about to turn it over to an upstart. But if you're well connected with the local charitable institutions,
Yeah?
you can let me know when they're running low on soup.
I know a charity that needs soup delivered. Let's try that one.
I know a place where the Stay Sober Society can meet.
Oh? Where?
In the park?
You can meet in the park.
No, that's no good. Too many of the members sleep in the park.
Well, we can figure that out
I got a book.
later.
Oh? Where?
You wanted to know? Mm-hmm. Alright, so let's see what Tannen has to say about himself.
What the hell, Matches? You got kiwi all over my socks! Sorry, boss. Get out of here. How about you?
Huh?
I'm sitting at a shoe shine booth. You walk up. Either you're here to shine my shoes, or you got a death wish. Which is it?
Death Wish. Alright. Oops, that was in a little bit going live. Can I deliver some of your soup?
Hey, I represent United Charities of Hill Valley. Can you authorize me to pick up soup from your establishment and deliver it to some very deserving souls?
Nah, that Strickland dame's got the charity racket pretty much locked up. No point in giving her competition.
Wouldn't you throw... Oh,
How
let's
come you
try that
won't let
one.
the Stay Sober Society hold their meeting in the cellar of your soup kitchen?
We got other plans for that cellar, and it don't necessarily involve staying sober.
Let's see what we have. I'm looking for Arthur McFly.
I'm looking for a guy named Arthur McFly. He's my, sort of a relative.
Well, he's my employee. He's very busy today.
Oh, yep, we're further now. This is the Arthur's hat. He has his own hat on. Do you know where he is?
Since you're Arthur's boss, you know where he is, right?
He's at the, office.
Where's the office?
I forget.
Wow, you forget where your own office is. Do you know where I might find him? Let's
So
try that one.
when do you think Arthur will be leaving the office?
When I tell him he can leave the office. Hey, you missed a spot.
Let's try that.
Isn't that Arthur McFly's hat you're holding?
It was McFly's hat. Now, it's my peanut bowl.
Oh, it's that one. Now I see it. Can I buy the hat of you? Can I have some peanuts? Oh wow, that's going wrong, I guess.
Can I have some peanuts?
Why not? I'm a magnanimous kind of guy. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
Don't mind if I do. One second thought. I'm not hungry. What the hell is that?
Hey, kid!
Yeah?
What the hell is that?
Hey!
And there we go again.
What did you do?
What do we do with the hat? Of course, a typical Back to the Future moment.
Give me that hat, you lousy crook!
Emmett!
You're fucked. Wow.
Emmett!
And we're gone.
Nobody makes a monkey out of Kid Tannen!
You're a monkey. Manor. I hate Manor. Yeah, just hit him.
Ow! Fix me up!